we have here? Rickety Race. Here's another one of those rail car stages. You'll see this one. This one works differently. It does not have the changing carts, and it kind of has a mechanic that you just kind of need to observe and understand, which we'll see after we go through this bonus stage. This one's all about murder. This whole stage, it's all about murder. You've got these guys on other carts, and you murder them with your cart. So, as the name of the stage suggests, this is kind of a race. There are all these other racers, all these other Kremlings on the tracks, and you need to race against them. Catch up to the guy, and you murder them, and then you're in 9th place, because you murdered the man in 9th place. And you do that continuing, that's the guy in 8th place, and you need to take 8th place, and there's 7th, you need to take 7th, and each time you kill one of them, you get a reward from it. Those were giving us bananas, and as you get through, that was giving us more bananas. We get additional bananas from the ones that are in higher further ahead places. And I screwed up here and needed to get use the star barrel, the checkpoint. When you do that, you go back to 10th place and start with the 9th place person. And you do need to win the race for the video game hero medal. We'll see that after I finish this run. I go back and do the run where I do the whole thing in one go and win the race and kill everybody. So that is here. The main key to winning this is recognizing that you should jump over the steep downhill sections, which is not something that you could do in the other railcar stage, where it was always keeping you tied horizontally to where the cart was. Because you in the previous one, in Target Terror, you would jump off of the cart, and the cart would continue moving below you. So you couldn't, jump and avoid the steep segments in that one. But this one, when you jump, the whole cart jumps. So you can avoid the slowdown from taking a downhill segment by jumping over it. And, you do need to do the jump before you actually hit the downhill slope. Because you wouldn't think going downhill slows you, but it does for some reason. It slows you just as much as going up an equally steep slope. So, you defeat the first place racer and you get the video game hero medal, and that's how you get that in this stage. And then here's getting the end goal target. I got another coin. Dixie rocks out. Here's some more Cranky. We're gonna have another ostrich race. Eight-legged friend would go halfway to help. Eight-legged friend helps all of the way. Critter is the best always. That one just says jump over thorns. Yeah, as you can see here, this is where I decided that strength is super important. So I was still thinking that flight and boost might have some value, but it's fine. These birds have windy names. And espresso is now the strongest burp. It will push through all the other burp. Yeah, these races got very, like, samey. They're just kind of there. Not particularly great, not particularly bad. I guess kind of a bit of a welcome reprieve from standard gameplay. So you didn't have to worry about, whoops, I died, better start over a big section of the thing. Yeah. It's just sort of there. They really think the tracks are not, like, unique enough, I feel like. Like, yeah, there's kind of a progression along the way of, you know, increased obstacles, more stuff to deal with along each one as you get through, but they're very, very samey. That trophy is a smaller egg on a stick. Big stick. Next is more Swanky. They kind of clumped these up sometimes. And then a bunch of NPC stops all at once. I think that's, like, every one of Swanky's bonus bonanzas has that question. What's the name of this area of the island? Like, I'm pretty sure every single one of them has that question. And you know what was better than this was Chuck Quizmo. Those were better quiz questions. I miss Chuck Quizmo. He phased himself out of reality whenever you saw him. I think that this question actually changed what the color of his vest might have actually changed in this version of the game. This is a weird question. What's an enemy that you haven't seen yet? Because that's one that only really makes sense if you are doing these as you approach them and aren't, like, passing by and coming back later or something. Especially because the Cat O' Nine Tails, which was the answer to that question, is in this stage with Mudhole Marsh here. Like, the gimmick of the stage is sort of halfway, like, introducing them. And also, there's lots of neckies and hooks over the marsh. the Death Marsh. This is just sort of... There's a lot of just jump over the marsh and grab hit the things, avoid the things, and... Like, this barrel, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be able to get into here with a team throw. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to need, the cat o' nine tails to throw you. Because that's the whole deal with that enemy, is that, you know, it spins around, and it hits you and kills you, but if you jump on it while it's spinning, then it will instead tangle you up in the tails and throw you, and that gives you, like, a big height boost. By the way, they added sound effects to this enemy of it, like, licking its paws and meowing, just to make sure you know this is definitely it's a cat. It's not a blue hedgehog with spines. It's a blue cat with tails. It's not a hedgehog. Why would you think that? It's the original, it didn't have any of those sound effects. Also, it took me a long time to actually figure out how those enemies work. Like, what determines whether the cat o' nine tails will throw you versus just damaging you felt very obtuse. Like, I eventually did figure out that, at the very least, I could get it to consistently throw me by jumping on it while it is spinning. But, like, I swear I've had times where, like, I just kinda tried to roll into it and that worked. Other times where I felt like I jumped into it and it didn't work. Like, I definitely remember that being a problem in the first SNES version of this game. There was that specifically that bonus where you needed the cat o' nine tails to throw you, because in the SNES version it was higher up. I'm pretty sure that like they did reduce the height of some of the levels. Here they've got the DK Hero Medal as the one of the things at the end goal gate, which requires you to time things correctly with the guy firing the barrels that you bounce off of, which is kind of a bit annoying. At the very least, they made the timing on it easier in this version. In the original Donkey Kong Country 2, that cycled faster, so you had much less time to actually grab the coin. But naturally, if you miss it, you have to replay the entire world, because now you've just cleared the world, and you've cleared the midpoint that you had, so you have to start over from the beginning and go through the entire level again.